periods. So where you stood right now, it doesn't look like it with all this kind of mock ponds and stuff here. This building, this tower that you stood in, was built in the 1370s. It is the oldest structure in Bradford as far as we know. There were buildings before this, and there were buildings at the same time as this, but the other ones have kind of disappeared. But as you move forward into the building, looking forward into the front kitchen ahead of you there, that's actually moving forward in time as well. Wow. So you're moving from the 1370s, where you are now, and you're just moving now into the 1500s. That's the early 1500s. Round the corner where the main section of the building is, including the main hall, or the house body to call it, that was built primarily in the early 17th century, so 1620, 1630, something like that. And then the bit at the far end where there's a very large staircase, that was rebuilt. It was built at the same time as the main section, early 17th century, but it was actually destroyed by fire, as far as we know, in the 1770s. And it was rebuilt as you see it today in about 1779, 1780, and that's the youngest part. So each part's furnished for that particular period, so it's kind of kept interior design and stuff. So it's totally different buildings from one end of the building to the other, in every single way and manner that you can imagine, really. Wow. So it's quite an incredible building.
So what's the hauntings here?
There are many recorded hauntings from this building. We've had most haunted here 21 years ago now, believe it or not, almost to the exact day actually, I'm thinking. But we've had haunted groups who do a regular haunted stops in the building on a Saturday night. There's one in a few weeks' time. But members of staff over the years have recorded sightings that have been seen here, or felt strange sensations, strange smells. You see things out the corner of your eye, but you're never quite quick enough to kind of catch what's moving, if you know what I mean. I've been here very nearly 26 years now, almost exactly, and I've had a few experiences here. Not regular, it doesn't happen every day, in fact months, probably a couple of years sometimes, nothing happens at all, and then all of a sudden you'll have a weird experience. My main experiences have involved sound, where I've heard children playing upstairs in the blue and green bedroom, which are upstairs. You'll see when you get there, basically. And I've heard children running through them rooms, singing nursery rhymes, when I've been in the building on my own, man.
Wow.
I've had a couple of visual experiences. The first one was actually down in this area. It was quite many years ago, about probably 2 decades ago, and I came into the building about 7:30 one winter's morning. It's pitch black outside, torrential rain. As I arrived, it had been raining all night, to be honest, never stopped. So I comes into the building, comes to the reception area where I am right now, and basically I'm getting things ready for the day, and I got a weird sensation of being watched. So I kind of walked around the shop area and I thought, well, there's nobody there. Goes to the front doors and look through into the darkness of the kind of the front garden there.
Yeah.
And there's nobody there. And I'm thinking to myself, well, this is silly because it's torrential rain. It's pitch black. It's cold. It's 7:30 in the morning. There's nobody there. Turned around, walked off into the front kitchen, and as I go through the archway into the front kitchen, I'm stood there and looking across the room. There's a doorway to what we call the cold kitchen on the right hand side. And in the doorway there's a man stood there.
Oh wow!
Absolutely solid. He's there.
Yes.
But he has got 18th century clothes on, which are bone dry, by the way. So as you can imagine, I'm stood there rooted to the spot, and my mouth drops open in complete amazement. His mouth dropped open, and I did get a little bit, well, not scared. Scared probably too extreme a word. I got a bit uneasy, I'll put it that way, because I realised he was looking back at me. There was a kind of conscious reaction going on. Now, after about 10 seconds of looking at each other, staring away at each other, something quite bizarre started to happen, and he started to blur, go out of focus, and then he'd come back into focus, then he'd blur again, and then go into focus. Did this a number of times, and the final time he was kind of blurring, he seemed to be moving and turning, and he just seemed to walk off into the cold kitchen. I'm rooted to the spot, staring at this empty doorway. Now, over the years I've contemplated this, and I've thought about this, and I've studied it a little bit. And what I think I experienced that day wasn't a ghost. I think what I experienced was actually a time slip. So he was a gentleman in the 18th century in this building, and through manners I don't understand, we were allowed to see each other, and that's the reason he was blurring, because whatever power was enabling us to see each other wasn't very strong. It was losing its kind of its charge, as it were, until it finally went back to normal. It got switched off essentially. So I think that was a time slip. Yeah.
Wow.
So
I'm going to have a jog around. How much is the paranormal events here?
It depends which group you come with, because you don't.
My
have to,
own.
You don't have to,
Just us
right.
two. Just us two.
I think it's gone up recently. I think it's about 800 and some pounds
Right.
now to book the hall. I think it's gone up since we've got this here. 864. That's a £50 deposit and £814 remaining.
Right.
Yeah, so it's
Right. I'll get back to you on that one. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Alright.
Play a bit of music for the background, I think. A bit of bark or something. So here we are in the kitchen where the guy had seen an apparition. This is Paracrew UK Urbans. This is how the people would have lived here. Look at that unit, guys. Just here is the guy who said that had seen an apparition of a man. If there's any spirits here, do you want to come forward? Do you want to come forward, spirit? Into the main hall. Oh, there's another room there. I just think I've lost signal in here. This must be the cold kitchen. And we're walking. That's my feet squelching in these shoes. Hello? Is there anyone in this room with us who'd like to communicate? Can you show yourself to us?
17th century.
Thinking back, way back to the 16th. Look at the old door, look. The door from the Bradford prison gate. Oh. Many people have opened that. No signal in here. Head up the stairs. could have been a study. This room would have had 4 walls and been accessed from what is now the gift shop, so the gift shop is just next door. So, now we're in the parlour. This is the parlour, guys. Isn't it lovely? Stunning. This room has a mid-century, 17th century bay window. Owners Francis and Caroline Lindley remodelled this room with a contemporary oak.
Prayer.
Did you pray in here?